All right, guys, we are on Unit 7, Day 3. We're on the back side of Day 3 notes, and it says using the accompanying grid, graph triangle ABC, whose coordinates are A, which is -4, -7. B is at -3, -4. And then C is at 0, -5. Okay, so part A is finished. Part B says on the same set of axes, graph, label, and state the coordinates of triangle A prime, B prime, C prime, the image of triangle ABC after a dilation of 3, centered at. Notice they didn't say centered at the origin. If they did, then all I have to do is multiply all my x's and y's by 3, and I'd be done. So the center of dilation changing makes the problem a little bit harder. So now I got to find -3, -10. And so that right there, that's my center of dilation, okay? So now I got to make my spokes. So I'm going to go ahead and again, the spokes you don't have to make. They're more of like a guidance. And they really only help if you use a straight edge. And I don't have a straight edge on here, so you're going to see that my points will be close to my spokes if my line is straight. They'll be on them. All right, so they said a dilation of 3. So here we go. We got to start our counting process from our center. So at my center, to get to A, I'd have to go 1 to the left and up 1, 2, 3. So if I go 1 to the left and up 1, 2, 3, okay, that would be a scale factor of 2. So I have to go one more time because we have a scale factor of 3. So 1 to the left and up 1, 2, 3. And again, notice how I'm not on my spoke, and that's because I didn't use a straight edge. All right, but I'm close. All right, if you want the spokes to be a great guidance, like I said, use a ruler. All right, so from my center of dilation to B, I have to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a scale factor of 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would put me at a scale factor of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right here would be my B prime after a scale factor of 3. Okay, all right, on to C. So to get from my center, I'd have to go 1, 2, 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. So 1, 2, 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. So that would be where C prime is after a dilation of 2. So now I got to do a dilation of 3. So I got to do it one more time. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And notice I didn't make my spoke long enough on this side. All right, so it's not a good guidance. All right, but if you want it to be, all you got to do is use a straight edge. All right, I'm going to go ahead and connect my A prime to my B prime to my C prime. And notice my two triangles, the original little black one and my red one, they are same shape because all the angles are the same still. It's just that the sides grew 3 times in length. All right, now I got to go ahead and state my coordinates. So A prime is now located at -6, -1. B prime is now at -3, +8. And C prime is at +6, +5. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at number 4. It says, as shown on the set of axes below, triangle GHS has vertices of G, H, and S. Graph and state the coordinates of triangle G double prime, H double prime, S double prime, the image of triangle GHS after the transformation. All right, and this is a composition, and so we're going to go ahead and box this one in first because the open circle means following. In order for the translation to follow the dilation must go first. And what that dilation is saying is that your center of dilation is H, and it's a scale factor of 2. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little red point at H. That's my center of dilation. I have 2 points to dilate. Okay, I don't have to dilate H, and the reason is because it's on the center of dilation. It's going to stay on the center of dilation. And I'm going to go ahead and dilate G and S. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my spokes. Again, it'd be cool if I had a straight edge. All right. And there's S, but I do not have one on my tablet here. Okay. So they said a scale factor of 2, so I have to count twice. So first time I count, I'm going to go down 2 and to the left 2. So down 2 and to the left 2, and right here is going to be G prime. Okay. To get to S, I have to go up 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So up 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4. And right here is going to be S prime. Again, the first time I counted was a scale factor of 1. The second time I counted is a scale factor of 2. Okay. If I go ahead and connect, there is my new bigger triangle. Do you see it? Okay, I can highlight it just to make sure that you can see that not only did I create that side, but when I connect it back to my original point of H, okay, there is my new triangle, whereas this one here was my original triangle. So they're kind of sitting inside of each other, which makes the picture a little bit different looking. Okay. All right, so my new coordinates now, after I graphed my triangle, remember that H was the center of dilation, so H prime is going to be the same as H, which is 5, 3. But G prime is now located at 1, negative 1. And S prime is now located at negative 3, 5. Okay. All right. So now this is old news to us, a translation, and we do it on the triangle we just got, never back to the original. If you remember what I like to do, I like to put the -5s under all the x coordinates to move them to the left, and the -8s underneath all the y's to move them down 8. Okay. And then I go ahead and tell you the coordinates, and then I'll graph it. All right. G prime will now be located at negative 4, negative 9. H double prime, will be at 0, negative 5. And S double prime will be at negative 8, negative 3. We'll go ahead and graph those points. So negative 4, negative 9, 0, negative 5, and S double prime. And there is my new triangle. Okay. Again, if I highlight it, I think you guys can see that my yellow triangle and my red triangle, they are the same size. Okay. Same shape. And it's just slid to the left 5 units and 8 units down. Okay. And all 3 of my triangles, the little green one, the yellow one, and the red one, they all have the same shape, just not the same size after the dilation. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish this one off. We have one more question to go. In number 5, it says triangle ABC has coordinates of A, B, and C. They want you to graph and state the coordinates of the new triangle after the composition. So we got another composition. And we got to go ahead and graph our triangle first, too. So 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. That's A. B is at 4, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And C is at 2, 6. Maybe we'll go ahead and move our letters here to make them a little bit better. So they're on the outsides of my triangle. So we'll put A here and B here. Okay, that looks a little bit better. All right, we're going to go ahead and do the dilation. So the cool thing about this dilation is that we're back to being centered at the origin, which means all I have to do is multiply all my x's and my y's by half. Okay. And so half of 4, or 4 times a half, is 2. 2 times a half is 1. 4 times a half is 2. 6 times a half is 3. 2 times a half is 1. And 6 times a half is 3. And we'll go ahead and graph it. 2, 1 is A prime. 2, 3 is B prime. And 1, 3. Oops, I think I graphed. Did I graph B too high? In fact, I'm going to go ahead and move my A too. So we'll put A prime over here. All right, B prime is at 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I did put it 1 too many high. And then 1, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's a tiny little triangle, but that makes sense because remember your scale factor was a half, so your sides are getting half as big as what they were. And some of our sides were only a length of 2, so now they're a length of 1. My one side was a length of 4, now it's a length of 2. So we got smaller and it got closer to the origin. All right, so now they want me to do a rotation of 90. So the right way to turn your paper is to the right. So we're going to turn it once to the right for a rotation of 90. And remember, we're graphing the one we just got. So the itty bitty triangle. All right, so +2, +1. That's going to be my A double prime. +2, 1, 2, +3 would be my B double prime. And +1, +3 will be my C double prime. And that's the way the rotation is supposed to go, the same way the quadrants go. So I know that I rotated the correct way. And now I just need the coordinates of my little itty bitty rotated triangle. And it looks like A double prime is at -1, +2. B double prime looks like it's at -3, +2. And C double prime looks like it's at -3, +1. And this is done, all right? So again, you can use your scale factor as a multiplier if you are centered at the origin. If you are not centered at the origin, you can draw your spokes as guidance lines and then count from the center to the point you're dilating and repeat for whatever your scale factor is, okay? All right, guys, I will see you guys in the next day notes.